What's going on, everyone? In the new Black Ops 7 free run mode, you can unlock this camo right here for finishing the course in under 14 minutes with, I think, fewer than 10 faults. And there's also 18 hidden coins in the course that I'll be showing you how to get today. And if you get all of those, you get this charm right here. There's also 2 other camos tied to the free run mode that we don't know how to get to yet, but subscribe here because the second I figure out how to get them, I'll let you know. What we're going to be doing today, or what I'm going to be doing today, is showing you how to get the camo. The camo that comes with free run happens when you get under a 14-minute time with less than 10 faults. While I'm doing this, I'm going to be explaining where the coins are, because the coins are the other challenge associated with free run. We just passed one. It's actually on my right there. I'll show you in theater mode how that looks as well. So you can get both the information that you need for the camo by watching my run, as well as the information on all the coins as I show where they are in theater mode as I'm passing by them. So that's how we're going to do the remainder of this video. I'm going to try to fault as little as possible. I'm going to continue on showing you all my shortcuts that I have so far. There's probably a ton that we have missed. One of the coins is on my left right there. I'll show how that looks. And then the next one is actually on my left again. But here's another shortcut that I like to use. As you can see, I'm already jumping way ahead of this player here. We're going to continue on through the course. I'm going to jump left instead of dolphin diving or mantling through, which is a time saver. The third coin is actually going to be here after this wall run. Let's see, right here. The coin is on the right. I'm going to run past it though, because like I said, the challenge that I'm focused on right now is the 14 minutes with less than 10 faults. So wall bounce on these ladders, which is a big time saver as well. I like to dolphin dive through this. Grounded mantle is technically a little bit faster right there, but that's all right. Let's continue on here. I'm going to jump these wall runs. Actually, one thing I'm going to do before we get to this next section is actually go to controller, and I'm going to go to prioritize interact instead of tap to reload. That way I'll tap the zip lines a little bit faster. So the next coin, as I'm passing by it, is going to be on the other side of this wall right here. You'll wall bounce around, and that's how you get to it. There's another one coming up here in a little bit. Instead of going up this zip line, you'll actually wall bounce to the right, and the coin's underneath this area that I'm on top of right now. We're going to continue wall bouncing, cutting our corners by jumping, saving a lot of time. Fortunately, this area is relatively straightforward. It's very easy to get through. Jump through here. The next coin is actually going to be at the top of this zip line, so you need to jump and take the zip line backwards, but I'm going to go forwards because, like I said, I'm more focused on time here than anything else, because I want to make sure that I get that camo and show you how to get that camo. We will continue wall bouncing here. Slide under this platform and make sure you wall bounce instead of running up the ramp, because it's a lot faster. We're going to grab the Dravec here. This is one of the few shortcuts that actually takes you by where a coin actually is. So instead of going underneath, we're going to jump on top. Jump on top of that wall right there, wall bounce here, and then on the other side of the statue, I'll actually take the time to show you. That's the coin right there. So we will continue. There might be one underneath me, to be honest. I'll show you in theater mode if that's the case. I never remember which ones are actually underneath and which ones are safe. Jump and shoot that before being midair. If you try to shoot that midair, it's going to be very difficult. This one I like to slide while I shoot it, just so I'm not having to worry about lining up my shot midair on this one. I'm going to wall bounce here. On the next one as well. This one, unfortunately, I think you do need to hit it midair just for the timing. I'm going to catch this zip. The grapple, you might lose me a little bit because the grapple is very difficult to get consistently. There's one of the coins there on my right. See, that's just one of the... It's one of the inconsistencies of the grapple that really frustrates me. But for the purposes of consistently getting a fast time with very few faults, I'm going to take the safer route here. I did pass a coin earlier, and there's a coin on top of this building right here. I'll show you where that is. We're going to continue zipping though. Remember, your zipline does not go away until way later, so keep on zipping through this entire section. There's a coin underneath me right now, but I'm not going to grab that because I don't really have the time. We're We're gonna continue zipping. There's one actually above me. There's a coin above me that you'll turn around and get to, which is pretty easy. You just need to know where it is. But I'll show you the most consistent way to keep going. I like to zip off of this one. I actually like to stop on this platform, wall bounce here, and then continue zipping just because that makes it a little bit more consistent. And wall bounce off, or sorry, zip line off the right side of that. Whichever one of these is closest. And then you can try to zip line through this portal, which would make it a lot faster. We're going to wall bounce here and here. Triple wall bounce. There's a shortcut right here that I think I'm going to show y'all how to do. It's really tricky, but if you get it right, it looks like this. And there you go. Yep. It's a little bit faster. It's a time saver. It might cause you a fault or two, but even if you take the long way, that'll still be all right. I just passed a coin on my right, so for those of y'all that are looking for the coin, that's how you do so. There's another skip right behind me, but that causes a lot of faults, and like I said, what we're working on now is not only getting a fast time, but making sure we're not faulting very often. So I'm going to take the consistent way, which is just with the remainder of the path. You can jump on the outside, hit this ledge right here. And the next coin is actually underneath me right now, so you'll jump down that ledge, and that's how you'll get to the next coin. This area is a little bit tricky, but if you slow it down here, you'll actually be glad that you did. I like to shoot this before I even jump, just because it's hard to do two of those back-to-back, excuse me, back-to-back midair. I like to shoot this one. This skip actually is worth it, so you'll get on top of this boat, and then wall bounce here, and now you're at the next checkpoint. So I'm going to grab this grapple, and the next coin is actually here at the boat. For the purposes of not faulting too much, though, I'm just going to continue the course as normal. So we'll wall bounce and zip here. You can shoot this beforehand, wall bounce off both, and zip again. There's another coin in that taxi boat to my bottom left, but we're going to wall bounce here. You can also grapple on the targets. You don't have to shoot these. You can if you want to, just because it makes it a little more consistent if you're trying to not fault as often. So this one you kind of have to shoot midair. I'm going to jump, line up with it, and then you can actually grapple onto the green platform that you create by shooting it. Hopefully I haven't died too many times, but I think we're okay. If I pass a coin, by the way, I'll show it in theater mode. I'm more focused on actually getting a good time here than I am on actually finding the right coins. So you can shoot this, you shoot that one on the right. Same thing here. Now that you have the pistol, you want to jump, shoot this midair, shoot this one midair. As long as you shoot the right one in midair, you shouldn't have to shoot it again before you get to the end of the platform. You just have to be really quick. There's a skip right there. We can continue. I don't think we're missing any coins right here. I think we're okay. Just hit these wall jumps. These take a little bit of practice, a little bit of getting used to. The hardest part really of this challenge is not really the 14-minute timer. 14 minutes is not bad. The hardest part is just not faulting. So that takes a lot of getting used to, especially with these targets. So just give yourself a little bit of patience there when it comes to that. We're gonna wall bounce, hit these targets. Here's a huge fault saver. Once you get to the Peacekeeper, pause for a second before continuing on and jumping. Just because every time, for whatever reason, when I just continue running with the Peacekeeper, it always messed it up. Another coin there, right behind me. That's a fault, unfortunately. This one is a little bit inconsistent for me sometimes, but as long as you get the triple wall bounce, you're good. This one you do kind of have to hit mid-air. And then what I like to do is hit it again on my last jump just to really make sure that I make it. We're going to grab the pistol right here. You can do this to save a little bit of time. You don't have to. And then same thing with this triple wall bounce. That's the last coin right there. I actually like to pause at this platform for just a sec before running and jumping, just to make that a lot more consistent. And you see the course is pretty much over. All the coins we passed by, the last one was on the bottom right over there. And once you get to this portion of the course, it's really easy from here on out. We're at about 10 minutes now, so this final portion takes about a minute. This time we'll be at 11 minutes. I'll finish the course just to make sure that we get the camo, just to make sure I didn't fault too many times. We'll definitely be well under the 14 minutes needed for that camo. And then as we're going through these, Like I said, they're very self-explanatory. It's definitely possible to mess up on this portion, but it's way harder to mess up on this than it is with like the target shooting and stuff like that. So we'll continue here. I'll give you one more tip for the very ending of this, but for now, we're just kind of going through. But I've been really enjoying the free running mode. I will be trying to get world record, or at least be on world record pace. So stay tuned for some uploads like that on either my main channel or my second channel. Of course, once we find the either events or the challenges for the other 2 camos, I'll update that either on this channel or my second channel. I'm spamming the jump button at that very last one. I think it helps sometimes get higher up on this platform. And as you see, we are here at the end, 11 minutes flat. Well, let's stay tuned and see if we end up getting that camo that I was talking about. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The INNOVATE camo has been unlocked. Not the best camo, but it actually does look kind of nice in more dark lit settings because that red glows, which is really nice. But if this video helped you out at all, let me know by liking or subscribing. I'll catch you next time at lunchtime.